The fog is a strange and hungry thing. It drifts through worlds, pulling in places of immense pain and forgotten evil. Now, it has found a new prize, a place steeped in madness and isolation. The Overlook Hotel, a grand monument to a century of horrors, has been drawn into the entity's realm. Its gilded halls and snow-dusted hedge maze now serve as a fresh hunting ground. This new chapter, the Overlook Descent, invites players to step into a world where psychological terror is as dangerous as any physical threat. The very air is thick with the ghosts of the past, and a new terrible presence has been given a purpose: to serve the entity with an axe and a smile. This unholy union brings one of fiction's most iconic madmen into the relentless trials of Dead by Daylight. Jack Torrance, once a struggling writer and recovering alcoholic, has been reborn as the Caretaker. He is no longer just a man driven mad by ghosts. He is an instrument of the hotel's will, empowered by the same dark forces that whispered to him in the lonely Colorado winter. His story is one of a slow, creeping dread, a descent into a violence that was always lurking just beneath the surface. The entity has not just taken a killer, it has taken a place, and the two are now inseparable, a perfect engine of despair designed to break the spirits of any who enter. The core of this chapter is the suffocating horror that Stanley Kubrick so masterfully translated to the screen, a feeling of being watched and manipulated at every turn. Survivors will not only have to contend with the Caretaker's physical attacks but also with the hotel itself, which acts as a second killer. The whispers in the halls, the visions of past tragedies and the chilling sense of isolation are all part of the trial. The Overlook Descent is more than just a new map and a new killer. It is an experiment in fear, testing whether survivors can maintain their sanity when the walls themselves are conspiring against them, eager to see them join the hotel's permanent collection of souls. For players, this means adapting to a new kind of threat. The usual strategies of looping and hiding will be challenged by a killer whose power grows the more isolated you become. The Overlook Hotel is not a place of safety but a labyrinth of psychological traps. Every corner turn could lead to a ghostly apparition. Every quiet moment could be filled with the phantom sounds of a long-ago party. The chapter captures the essence of The Shining's terror, the slow, agonizing burn of a mind coming undone, where the greatest monster is not just the man with the axe, but the gnawing fear that you are and always have been, completely and utterly alone in the dark. The Caretaker is a terrifying force, a relentless hunter whose frayed sanity makes him unpredictable and savage. Jack Torrance arrives in the fog wielding a heavy, well-used fire axe, its steel blade chipped and stained from its terrible work at the hotel. His appearance is that of a man consumed by his own demons, dressed in a plaid jacket and work pants, his face a mask of furious concentration. The entity has twisted his writer's block into a singular bloody purpose: to hunt, to punish, and to ensure that no one ever leaves the Overlook. His grunts and furious muttering echo through the halls, a constant reminder that he is both the monster and the victim of a much older evil. His unique power, the Overlook's influence, directly channels the hotel's malevolent energy. As long as a survivor is alone with no other survivors within a significant radius, they begin to accumulate madness. This manifests as visual and auditory hallucinations, ghostly twins appearing at the end of a hallway, a river of blood flowing from an elevator, or the faint echoing laughter of phantom party guests. As their madness deepens, their perception of reality warps. Skill check warnings may disappear, the killer's red stain might flicker or vanish entirely, and they may even see illusions of the Caretaker, making it impossible to know if the threat is real or just in their head. The Caretaker has two special attacks that make him a formidable foe in a chase. The first is, Here's Johnny, an ability that allows him to charge his axe swing while breaking through pallets or breakable walls, unleashing a powerful lunge attack immediately upon clearing the obstacle. This makes safe loops incredibly dangerous, as there is no moment of respite. His second attack, Dull Boy, allows him to briefly enter a state of pure rage after being stunned or blinded. For a few seconds his movement speed is slightly increased, and his next successful basic attack will inflict the hindered status effect, slowing the survivor down and making their escape all the more difficult. His personal perks are designed to dismantle hope and control the trial. All work and no play causes generators to regress at an accelerated rate for each survivor currently afflicted by madness, turning their psychological torment into a tangible setback. Managerial Duties reveals the aura of any survivor who fast vaults or drops a pallet near him, punishing loud actions with immediate information. Finally, a shining activates when the exit gates are powered. For a short duration, the caretaker becomes undetectable, and the auras of all survivors are revealed to him, ensuring the endgame is a truly desperate and terrifying final stand. Wendy Torrance enters the fog not as a victim, but as a survivor who has already faced the abyss and climbed out. She is a portrait of resilience, a woman pushed to the absolute brink who found an inner strength she never knew she possessed. Her appearance reflects her harrowing ordeal at the Overlook. She wears a simple house dress and carries the weight of memory in her eyes, but her posture is not one of defeat. She is here to protect, to endure, and to fight back against the darkness that once tried to consume her family. Her backstory is one of quiet determination, a testament to a mother's will to shield her child from a world gone mad. Wendy's perks are built around awareness, protection, and turning the killer's pressure back against them. Her first perk, a mother's instinct, activates whenever another survivor is put into the dying state. For a brief period, Wendy sees the killer's aura and gains a slight haste status effect, allowing her to either intercept the killer or position herself for a strategic save. This perk makes her a powerful guardian, always attuned to the well-being of her teammates and ready to intervene when they are at their most vulnerable, embodying her protective nature from that terrible winter. Her second perk, Last-Minute Escape, reflects her desperate flight from the hotel. After working on a generator for a set amount of time, this perk activates. The next time the killer comes within your terror radius, you see their aura for a few seconds, giving you a crucial head start to get away. This ability rewards situational awareness and careful planning, allowing Wendy to anticipate the killer's approach and slip away before a chase can even begin. It is the digital embodiment of her frantic escape through the hotel's winding corridors, always one step ahead of the swinging axe that pursued her. Finally, What's a Can Opener is a perk that showcases her resourcefulness under extreme duress. When you are the last survivor remaining in the trial, you are able to sabotage hooks and repair generators at a significantly increased speed. This perk turns a hopeless endgame scenario into a fighting chance, giving Wendy the power to stage a comeback when all seems lost. It's a nod to her ability to think on her feet, using whatever tools were at her disposal to survive the night. Wendy Torrance is a survivor who proves that true strength isn't about being fearless, it's about being terrified and fighting back anyway. The new map, the Overlook Hotel, is a sprawling, multi-level nightmare that is as much a character as the killer himself. Survivors will find themselves lost within its claustrophobic and disorienting layout, a faithful recreation of the iconic location. The trial begins outside in the snow-covered grounds, near the imposing facade of the hotel, and the entrance to the terrifying hedge maze, a complex network of high snow-dusted hedges that offers both hiding spots and dead ends. Inside, the main lobby greets players with its grand fireplace, Native American decor, and the eerie silence of a place that has been waiting for them. The hotel is a maze of long, repeating hallways that seem to stretch on forever. Players can explore and interact with several key rooms, each dripping with its own unique brand of dread. The Gold Room, with its spectral bar and ghostly bartender, flickers with the phantom energy of a party that never ended. Survivors may hear faint music and clinking glasses as they pass through. The infamous Room 237 is accessible, its door slightly ajar, daring players to enter. Those who do may be met with unsettling whispers or the faint sound of a woman's laughter, a psychological trap that preys on their curiosity. The industrial kitchen and pantry, scenes of Wendy's desperate stand, are also present, filled with metallic surfaces and tight spaces, perfect for a terrifying chase. The sound design is crucial to bringing the Overlook to life. The hotel is never truly silent. A constant low hum permeates the environment, punctuated by sudden, unexplained noises, a lone ball bouncing down a hallway, the distant clicking of a typewriter, or the creak of a door opening in an empty room. These sounds are designed to keep survivors on edge, blurring the line between ambient noise and an imminent threat. The caretaker's presence is often heralded not just by a traditional terror radius, but by the faint, angry muttering of his iconic lines, like "all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy," growing louder as he draws near. This chapter introduces a level of psychological horror that Dead by Daylight has only touched upon before. It shifts the focus from purely physical threats to a battle for sanity. The combination of the caretaker's madness-inducing power and the hotel's environmental mind games creates a fresh and deeply unsettling challenge. Survivors must learn to trust their instincts but question their senses, making every decision a gamble. The Overlook Descent would be a masterful blend of two horror giants, a truly exciting and scary crossover that proves that some places and some people are just born bad.